So as you were at the top of the table over in La France, of course, that's PSG and Marseille still lead the pack. But who's going to make up for it this coming week? We're going to take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks. I'm going to have a Premiership video today. We're taking a look at match number 8 in this year's La Ligue, of course, and we'll get to that in just a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang up to all things Rovers related, Ligue related, Woo Cup related. Later this year, that's right, of course, Marseille and PSG sit pretty with 19 points on the board and breathing down the next. Other likes of Lens and Lorient, of course, up to 4th in the table. But of course, who will still be there after this weekend's action? We're going to take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, Pippa shut the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But of course, let's get into it. Of course, yes, a lot of games, well, in Britain anyway, were cancelled, so a lot of focus maybe switched over to European football, and of course that of League. Alrighty then, let's recap the results that did take place this past weekend. My predictions are on the left, the real deal's on the right, yeah, let's get into it. Of course, Lens with a 1-0 win over Troyes there. Of course, I went with a 2-0 win, 8-2 shabby. PSG also beat Brest, just a 1-0 win, 3-0 in my eyes. Marseille did beat Lille 2-1 in the end, 2-1 for me, bang on the Schnoskis. Well done to Dirk Urino. Meanwhile, Strasbourg could only muster a draw against Clermont Foot. I went with a 1-0 win in the end. Nice with a really nice 1-0 win over Ajaccio. Of course, I went with a 2-1 win. They started to click it again now, aren't they? Which is very, very nice indeed. Meanwhile, Lorient with a 3-2 win over Nantes. I went with a draw on that one. Toulouse just a 1-0 win over Reims, of course. And Montpellier with a 1-0 win for me. But of course, it was wrong. It was the other way. 2-1 win for Angers. That's right. Rennes with a 5-0 demolition job of Auxerre. And I went with a draw at the bottom there. But it was a 2-1 win for Monaco. None the same. That's right. Of course, take a look at the table. It looks like this right here, right now. Of course, about PSG and Marseille. 19 points. They cannot be separated. The only thing difference between the two sides is the goals score. PSG are running away with it in the goal score bracket. But at the end of the day, points is what matters, and points have them to outright head of the likes of Lens and Lorient. Of course, Lyon up to 5th. Of course, going down as Ajaccio, Angers, Brest and Strasbourg. But again, it should mix up a little bit, shake it up a little bit over the next couple of weeks or so. So let's take a look at, of course, the Prediction League here. Who did well? Well, take a bow. Shane, we got 8 there. Absolutely incredible stuff. I don't know what I got. If you want to go and check it out and let me know if I did okay, let me know in the comments, of course. But Ultra Emirates, Kevin and Raymond Reddington up there in the top 2 or 3 there, of course, kicking ass and taking names. But the overall leaderboard looks like this. Shane and Ultra Emirates running away with it. Of course, 39 points on the board. Of course, it is early days, so make sure you get involved with your own pickaroonies. I'm just making sure there's no doubles in there, but it does look pretty sexy for the time being. Right here, right now. So take a look at, of course, how to do that. You get involved here. Cutley/League. It's free. Get your name in lights, and yeah, predict the next games, which are these. That's right, coming at you this coming weekend. Of course, Champions League action returns though this week, so no midweek games. It's all about the weekend, and I think this is the last weekend before a bit of a break, bit of a hiatus. Of course, international football returns for the last time before the World Cup. So, Auxerre up against Lorient, coming out this Friday, this September the 16th. Of course, played 22 times in 1998, 9 wins for Auxerre, 3 wins for Lorient, 10 draws. Of course, Auxerre, though, lost 3 of the bats, 42% form for them. Up against Lorient, so just 1 win. So, 1 defeat at the last 6 games, 75% form for them right now. Last time around, though, in Auxerre was a 0-0 draw back in December 2018. That was in Ligue 2, of course. Lorient unbeaten, though, against Auxerre over the last 3, picking up a couple of draws and a win. In fact, if you want to spin it a different way, Auxerre just the 1 defeat over Lorient over the last 6. So, of course, who is favoured? We'll see about that. Auxerre, though, haven't scored in back-to-back games. They did lose 5-0 last time around against the Lorient side, who've scored now 6 goals in the last 2 games combined as they pick up back-to-back home wins. And, of course, last time on the road, they did pick up a win against Ajaccio. The odds on this Badgerino, then, is 8-5 is your Auxerre, 13-8 is your away win, and 23-10 is your draw. I'm backing an Auxerre win here, despite Lorient flying high. So I'm going against the grain here, maybe a bit of a surprise for some, but what about, I don't even know if it's a surprise in my eyes. But anyway, Montpellier up against Strasbourg, of course, coming at you on Saturday. 35 times they played each other since 1993. 10 wins for Montpellier, 14 wins for Strasbourg, 11 draws. Just 2 wins in the last 6 for Montpellier right now, 33% form for them. Up against Auxerre, Strasbourg side, who've just lost once in the last 6. However, haven't won in the last 7. Of course, drawing 5 of the last 6. Of course, 42% form for them right now. Of course, coming at you though at Montpellier last time around was a 1-0 win. That was, of course, in January 2022 in the Coupe de France. Of course, but however, the last time they played in the league in Montpellier was back in October 2021. It was a 1-1 draw as well. So kicking off for Strasbourg, picking up 3 draws in succession. The last was against Clermont at home. Meanwhile, Montpellier did lose last time against Angers 2-1, of course, who were also flying Are they flying high? No, they're not. They're flying low. Of course, the odds on this one, there's 70 to 10 is your host, 12 to 5 is your draw, and we've got 64 is your away win here. Back in a 2-1 win for Montpellier here, of course, who are coming at you in mid-table, and I can see them go up as high as 6th in the table. Next goes over Lille against Toulouse, also on Saturday, September the 17th. Now they've played each other 40 times in 1993, 17 wins for Lille, for 11 wins for Toulouse, 12 draws, of course. 2 wins in the last 6 for Lille right now, 42% form up against the Toulouse side. We've also picked up 2 wins in the last 6 as well. Last time around, though, over in Lille, it was a 3-0 win for Lille back in February 2020. It was a comfortable 3-0 win for Lille. Lille picking up a 2-1 loss, though, against Marseille last time around, with Toulouse with a 1-0 win over Reims, of course. Coming at you on this one, we're 5-4 on is your Lille, 11-4 draw, and 16-5 is your away win here. Back in, of course, the 3-0 win at the end for Lille on this one. That win for Lille could put them from 8th all the way up to 5th, back in, of course, the mix for European spots. Once again, Reims against Monaco, of course, coming at you over in Reims, aka the Stade Augusto de Lune. Played each other 19 times, 2006. 6 wins for Reims, 5 for Monaco, and 8 draws, of course. Just 1 win, though, and 6 for Reims right now. 42% form for them. Up against the Monaco side, of course, picked 3 wins on the spin. They've also clicked into gear. 58% form for them right now. Of course, last round in the Reims, it was a 0-0 draw back in November 2021. Of course, Reims picked up a 1-0 loss against Toulouse. Monaco with a 2-1 win over Lyon. Last time, a monster win for them as well, moving up the table. Of course, win for the odds on this one, shall we? Of course, it's 12-5 is your host, 5-2 is draw, 21-20 is your Monaco. Monaco coming at you in 7th, and a win for them could actually go up to size 4th. Of course, Reims, where are they? Where are Reims right now? Reims are in 16th. They are struggling. Of course, going to go with a 2-1 win for Monaco on this one. 3 points in the bag, and that potentially could put them into the top 5 as well. Moving forward, Clermont Foot up against Troyes, of course, coming at you this coming Sunday as well. Played each other 27 times since 2003. 9 wins to Clermont Foot, 11 wins for Troyes, and 7 draws. 3 wins in the last 6 for Clermont Foot right now. 58% form up against the Troyes side, who've just lost once in 4. 42% form for them right now. Of course, that's around over in Clermont Foot. It was a 2-0 win. That was back in August 2021. That was in Ligue 1. Clermont Foot picking up 3 wins on the spin against Troyes. However, Troyes coming to the back of that 1-0 loss. Clermont Foot drawing with Strasbourg. Back-to-back clean sheets for them heading into this one. The odds right here, right now, 13-10 as your host, 12-5 as draw, 2-1 as your away win. That is, of course, Troyes. 1-1 in the end, point split right down the middle. Who's going to have it? Let me know down below. Next up is the very, very nice Nice, who are up against Angers, of course. Angers are struggling right now. Played each other these two sides. 15 times 2008, 7 was for Nice, 3 for Angers, 5 draws, of course. Just 1 defeat to the last 4 for Nice right now. 58% form. Up against Angers side, just 1 win and 6. 25% form for them moving forward. Last time around, though, in Nice, it was a 1-0 win for Nice, which was very, very nice. That was back in February 2022. In fact, Nice have won 4 on the spin against Angers. They're looking for the 5th this coming weekend. They pick up a 1-0 win over Ajaccio last time around, and Angers with a 2-1 win over Montpellier last time around. The odds for this one, we have Nice 7-4 on for the victory, 3-1 draw, 9-2 is your away win right here. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Nice, which is nice, up against Angers in the south of France. Of course, Marseille taking on Rennes in the game of the day, of course, coming at you this weekend at the Velodrome. Played each other 55 times since 1996. 24 wins for Marseille, 18 wins for Rennes, 13 draws, of course. 5 wins of the last 6 for Marseille right now, 83% form. Up against the Rennes side, just 1 defeat at the past 6, 75% form for them moving forward. Last time around, though, in Marseille, it was a 2-0 win for Marseille. That was back in September 2021. Meanwhile, Marseille pick up a 2-1 win over Lille. Rennes, of course, pick up a 5-0 win over Auxerre. Both sides are in action against in European competition this week. Marseille taking on Frankie, of course, are expected to win that game. Rennes taking on, of course, Fenerbahce. They're also expected to win that game. Both of those games are in France, of course. The odds for this one, though, we've got Marseille even Stevens for the victory, 13-5 is your Rennes, 13-5 is also your draw. Back in, of course, a 2-1 win, narrow win for Marseille over Rennes. Next, of course, Brest, they're taking on Ajaccio this weekend, coming at you. This where are we? Of course, on Sunday, 22 times they played since 2006. 4 was to Brest, 11 was to Ajaccio, 7 draws, of course. Just 1 win and 6 though for Brest right now. 33% form for them, up against the Ajaccio side, who, of course, 11, what are we looking at? It's 8% form for them without a win in the last 8 games. Last time around, though, in Brest, it was a 2-0 win for Brest back in November 2018. Of course, back-to-back wins for Brest, back-to-back clean sheets against them, of course, but they do come into this on the back of the 1-0 loss against PSG. Ajaccio the same with a 1-0 loss against Nice. In fact, they haven't scored in the last 3 games, losing to Montpellier, Lorient and Nice without scoring a goal. They come into this, though, with the bookies odds. What have we got going on here? We have Brest Brest, 21 to 20 for the victory. Of course, 12-5 is draw. 13-5 is Ajaccio here. 1-1 in the end. Point split right down the middle. Who's going to get it? Let me know again down below. Nantes up against Lens, of course, coming at you also on Sunday, September the 18th. Played each other 39 times, 93, 17 wins for Nantes, 12 wins for Lens, 10 draws, of course. 2 wins the last 6 for Nantes right now, 42% form up against the Lens side. Unbeaten in the last 6 games, 83% form, of course. Last time around, though, over in Nantes, it was a 3-2 win for Nantes back in December 2021. Actually got back-to-back. They didn't lose in 2 games, have Nantes against Lens. I pick up a draw in Lens last time around. Coming at you, though, Nantes with a 3-2 loss against Lorient, who, of course, are flying high. Up against the Lens side now, who do pick up a win over Troyes. The odds right here right now, 11-5 is your host, 12-5 is your draw, 6-5 is your away win. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Lens, who are doing A-OK, yet to taste defeat. And, of course, got the tails right up. And then, of course, we end up with a bit of a zinger. It's Lyon against PSG, and it's the final match, of course, before the international break. Played each other 71 times since 1993, 23 wins for Lyon, 31 wins for PSG, and 17 draws. Back-to-back defeats for Lyon right now, 58% for against the PSG side, 1-4 on the spin. In fact, unbeaten in at least the last 6 games. Last time around, over in Lyon, it was a 1-1 draw back in January 2022. Of course, Lyon picking up a 2-1 loss against Monaco. PSG with a 1-0 win over Brest. The odds right here right now, we have 10-3 is your Lyon, 7-4 on PSG, and 50-4 is your draw. I see an upset here, a bit of an upset anyway. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw, points galore, goals galore, and of course, that will give us an outright leader, and it ain't PSG. 22 points on the board there for Marseille if my predictions were spot on the nose. But of course, still yet to taste defeat as of PSG, and of course, Lens in a very spicy looking Ligue campaign. Of course, make sure you get your own picks in as well using the link cut4 Ligue 1, of course, Ligue 1, and of course, we'll be back again, I think, after the international break. So make sure we enjoy our little rest and of course focus on some international football. But until then, guys, get your picks in. Make sure you smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, because we'll be back once again for more action later on.